Once upon a time, in a far-off kingdom,
I wish
lived a fair maiden,
more than anything, more than life,
a sad young lad,
I wish
a childless baker,
more than light, I wish,
and his wife,
anything, more than the moon. I wish the king is giving a festival, more than light, I wish to go to the festival, more than riches, and the moon.
I wish my cow would give some milk,
more than anything.
I wish we had a
I
child.
want a child. I wish to go to the festival.
I
I wish
wish
to
we
have
had
a
a
child. I
child.
wish.
You wish to go to the festival?
the poor girl's mother had died.
You Cinderella, the festival. You wish to go to the festival, the King's Festival.
And her father had taken for his new wife
The festival.
a woman with 2 daughters of her own.
Look at your nails.
Look at your dress. People would laugh at you.
Nevertheless, I still wish to go to the festival and dance before the prince.
All 3 were beautiful of face, but vile and black of heart. Jack, on the other hand, had no father, and his mother,
I wish.
well, she was not
De Broadway a Gran Vía. Hoy os presentamos el musical Into the Woods, con música y letra de Stephen Sondheim y libreto de James Lapine.
The walls were full of gold. I wish a lot of things.
Why, come in, little girl.
I wish it's not for me, it's for my granny in the woods. A loaf of bread, please, to bring my poor old hungry granny in the woods. Just a loaf of bread, please.
Cinderella's stepmother had a surprise for her.
I have emptied a pot of lentils into the ashes for you. If you have picked them out again in 2 hours' time, you shall go to the ball with us.
And perhaps a sticky bun or 4.
Birds in the sky, birds in the eaves and the leaves and the fields and the castles and ponds.
And a few of those pies.
Birds out of the eaves and the leaves over fields, over castles and ponds.
No squeeze.
Into the ashes, pick and peck, but swiftly sift through the ashes, into the pot.
Listen well, son. Milky White must be taken to market.
But Mother, no. He's the best cow.
Look at her. There are bugs on her dugs. There are flies in her eyes. There's a lump on her rump big enough to be a hump. But, son, we've no time to sit and dither while her withers wither with her. And no one keeps a cow for a friend. Sometimes I fear you're touched.
Into the woods, it's time to go. I hate to leave, I have to though. Into the woods, it's time and so I must begin.
La obra fue estrenada en Broadway en 1987 y, entre otras, destacaron las interpretaciones de Bernadette Peters en el papel de bruja y Joanna Gleason como la mujer del panadero. Into the Woods está basado en el libro Psicoanálisis de los cuentos de hadas, del polémico psicólogo Bruno Bettelheim, y en su argumento encontramos a los personajes de algunos de los cuentos de los hermanos Grimm, tales como Cenicienta, Caperucita Roja o Rapunzel.
Back to the sky, back to the eaves and the leaves and the fields and the... Hurry up and do my hair, Cinderella, are you really wearing that?
Here I found a little tear, Cinderella, can't you hide it with a hat?
You look beautiful.
I know. She means me. Put it in a twist.
Who will be there? Mother said be good, father said be nice, that was always their advice. So be nice, Cinderella, nice, good, good, nice.
Tired.
What's the good of being good if everyone is blind and you're always left behind? Never mind, Cinderella, kind, Cinderella, nice, good, nice, kind, good, nice.
Not that tight.
Sorry.
Claude.
Who might that be? It's the witch from next door!
In the past, when you were no more than a babe,
Your father brought his young wife and you to this cottage. Your mother was with child, and she had developed quite an unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden and told your father that what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens, and nothing but greens. Parsley, peppers, cabbages and celery, asparagus and watercress and fiddlebirds and lettuce. He said, all right, but it wasn't quite, because I caught him in the autumn in my garden one night. He was robbing me, raping me, rooting through my rutabaga, raiding my arugula, and ripping up the rampion, my champion, my favorite. I should have laid a spell on him. My mistake. Could have turned him into stone, or a chair, or a snake. But I let him have the rampion, had lots to spare. In return, however, I said, fair is fair. You can let me have the baby that your wife will bear. And we'll call it square.
I had a brother?
No! But you had a sister.
But the witch refused to tell him any more of his sister, not even that her name was Rapunzel.
I thought that I had been more than reasonable, and that we all might be able to live happily ever after. But how was I to know what your father had also hidden in his pocket? You see, when I inherited that garden, my mother warned me that I would be punished if I ever were to lose any of the beans.
Beans?
The special beans. I let him go. I didn't know he'd stolen my beans. I was watching him crawl back over the wall, and then bang, crash, and a lightning flash. Well, that's another story. Never mind. Anyway, the big day came, and I made my claim. Oh, to take away the baby. They shrieked and screeched. But I didn't. I hid her where she'll never be reached. Your father cried. Your mother died. Went for extra measure. I admit it was a pleasure. I said, sorry, I'm still not qualified. And I laid a little spell on them. You too, son, that your family tree would always be a barren one. So there's no more fuss and there's no more seeds, and my garden thrives. You should see my nectarines, but I'm telling you the same I tell kings and queens. Don't ever, never, ever mess around with my greens. Especially the bees.
Now listen to me, Jack. Lead Milky White to market and fetch the best price you can. Take no less than 5 pounds. Jack, 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 head in a sack. The house is getting colder. This is not a time for dreaming. Chimney stack starting to crack. The mice are getting bolder. The floor's going slack. Your mother's getting older. Your father's not back. And you can't just sit here dreaming pretty dreams. To wish and wait from day to day will never keep the wolves away. So into the woods, the time is now. We have to live, I don't care how. Into the woods to sell the cow. You must begin the journey. Straight to the woods and don't delay. We have to face the marketplace. Into the woods to journey's end.
Into the woods to sell a friend.
Someday you'll have a real pet, Jack.
A piggy?
Meanwhile, the witch, for purposes of her own, explained how the baker might lift the spell.
You wish to have the curse reversed? I'll need a certain potion first. Go to the wood and bring me back. 1, the cow is white as milk. 2, the cape as red as blood. 3, the hair as yellow as corn. 4, the slipper as pure as gold. Bring me these before the chime of midnight, in 3 days' time, and you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect as child can be. Go to the wood!
Ready? Our carriage waits.
Now may I go to the festival?
The festival? Darling those nails, darling those clothes. Rentals are one thing, but darling with those. You make us the fools of the festival, and mortify the prince.
The carriage is waiting.
We must be gone.
Good night, Father.
Good night.
I wish.
Look what I found in Father's hunting jacket.
6 beans.
I wonder if they are the...
Witches' beans. We'll take them with us.
No, you are not coming.
I know you are fearful of the woods at night.
The spell is on my house. Only I can lift the spell. The spell is
the
on
spell
my
is on our house. We
No,
must
you
lift
are
the
not
spell
to
together.
come,
The
and that
spell
is
is on our
final.
house.
Now, what am I to return with?
You don't remember? The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as gold.
The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as gold.
And so the baker set off to meet the witch's demands. As for Cinderella,
I still wish to go to the
The
festival.
cow is white as milk,
But
the
how
cape
am
is
I
red
ever
as
to
blood,
get to the
the hair is
festival?
yellow as
I know
corn.
all these at Mother's feet, the bread and the hazel tree, and tell the right man to go to the festival.
It's time to go. It may be all in vain, I know. Into the woods, but even so, I have to take the journey. Into the woods, the path is straight, I know it well, but who can tell? Into the woods to lift the spell.
Into the woods to visit Mother. Into the woods to fetch the thing.
To make the potion.
To go to the festival. Into the woods without regret. The choice is made, the task is set. Into the woods, but not forgetting why I'm on the journey. Into the woods to get my wish. I don't care how, the time is now.
Into the woods to sell the cow.
Into the woods to get the money.
Into the woods to lift the spell.
To make the potion.
To go to the festival. Into the woods to grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house. The way is clear. The night is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees. The trees are just wood. No need to be afraid there.
There's something in the glade there.
Into the woods without delay, but careful not to lose the way. Into the woods, who knows what may be lurking on the journey. Into the woods to get the thing that makes it worth the journeying. Into the woods to see the king.
To sell the cow.
To make the potion, to see, to sell, to get, to bring, to make, to live, to go to the festival. Into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods and out of the woods and home before dark.
En el prólogo que acabamos de escuchar, el narrador presenta a los protagonistas. Cenicienta, que quiere asistir a la fiesta del rey, Jack, un pobre granjero que desea que su vaca dé buena leche, el panadero y su mujer, que quieren tener un hijo, y Caperucita Roja, que va a comprar el pan al panadero para llevárselo a su abuelita que vive en el bosque. Entonces una bruja visita a los panaderos y les cuenta que el padre del panadero robó unas alubias mágicas. Por este motivo, la bruja tiene secuestrada a Rapunzel. La única manera de recuperarla es que el matrimonio lleve a la bruja 4 ingredientes para una pócima. Estos son la leche de una vaca blanca, una capa de color rojo, un rizo de pelo rubio y una zapatilla dorada. Cenicienta decide escaparse de casa y asistir a la fiesta. Caperucita Roja se dirige a casa de su abuela cuando se topa con el lobo.
Good day, young lady.
Good day, Mr. Wolf.
Whither away so hurriedly?
To my grandmother's.
And where might your grandmother live?
Her house stands under the 3 large oak trees.
Ah. Look at that flesh, pink and plump. Hello, little girl. Tender and fresh, not one lump. Hello, little girl. This one's especially lush, delicious. Hello, little girl. What's your rush? You're missing all the flowers. The sun won't set for hours. Take your time.
Mother said straight ahead, not to delay or be misled.
But slow, little girl, hark and hush. The birds are singing sweetly. You'll miss the birds completely. You're traveling so fleetly. Grandmother first, then Miss Plump. What a delectable couple. Utter perfection, one brittle, one supple, one moment,
Mother said,
my
come
dear.
what may, follow the path and never stray.
Just so, little girl, any path, so many worth exploring. Just one would be so boring. And look what you're ignoring.
Ah!
Oh! Ha ha ha! Delicate meat, crispy bone. Pig is a treat for the palate. All of this structure's carnality, oh, what a day! There's no possible way to describe what you feel when you're talking to your meal.
Mother said not to stray, still I suppose a small delay. Granny made like a fresh bouquet. Goodbye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, little girl.
Goodbye, little piggies.
And hello.
La mujer del panadero compra la vaca de Jack con 5 alubias, explicándole que son mágicas, mientras el panadero salva a Caperucita Roja y su abuela de las fauces del lobo. Mientras, la mujer del panadero se percata de que Cenicienta lleva unos preciosos zapatos dorados, y al tiempo que habla con el príncipe, la vaca se escapa.
Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony beyond power of speech, when the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach.
High in her tower she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair, lithe and becoming, and frequently humming a light-hearted air. Agony far more painful than yours, when you know she would go with you if there only were doors. Agony, oh, the torture they teach. What's as intriguing
or half so fatiguing
as what's out of reach?
Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as I'm handsome, and heir to a throne?
You are everything maidens could wish for.
Then why no?
Do I know?
The girl must be mad.
You know nothing of madness till you're climbing her hair, and you see her up there as you're nearing her, all the while hearing her agony, misery, although it's different for each.
Always 10 steps behind,
always 10 feet below, and she's just out of reach. Agony that can cut like a knife. I must have her to wife.
Jack planta las alubias mágicas y sube a través del tallo. Después de hablar con el gigante, regresa con 5 monedas de oro, contento de poder volver a comprar su vaca. La mujer del panadero se hace con un rizo rubio de Rapunzel. Poco después, tras encontrarse de nuevo con Cenicienta, la mujer del panadero logra hacerse con otro ingrediente más de los necesarios, esto es, uno de los zapatos de Cenicienta. Entonces entra en escena un hombre misterioso, que da dinero a Jack para que se compre otra vaca. Una vez reunido todo lo necesario, la bruja realiza la pócima, pero no funciona. De nuevo aparece el hombre misterioso para solucionarlo, y la bruja se convierte en joven y bella. El primer acto termina con un final feliz. Cenicienta se casa con el príncipe, Rapunzel también encuentra a su príncipe, los panaderos tienen un hijo.
And it came to pass, all that seemed wrong was now right. The kingdoms were filled with joy. and all those who deserved to were certain to live a long and happy life. Ever after. Ever after. Journey over, all is mended, and it's not just for today, but tomorrow and extended. Ever after. Ever after. All the curses have been ended, the reverses wiped away. All is tenderness and laughter for forever after. Happy now and happy hence and happy ever after. There were dangers and confusion, and the paths would often swerve. There were constant disillusion, but they never lost their nerve. And they reached the right conclusion, and they got what they deserved.
Now sighing, now sorrow, tenderness and laughter. Joy today and bliss tomorrow and forever after.
I was greedy.
I was vain.
I was haughty.
I was smug.
We were happy.
It was fun.
But we were blind. Then we went to the woods to get our wish, and now we're really blind.
I was perfect. I had everything but beauty. I had power and adored like a flower in a tower. Then I went into the woods to get my wish, and now I'm ordinary.
We're
But the flower and my flower are
unhappy now, unhappy hence as well as ever after. Happy use our common sense and worthy of our distance to be happy and forever. You must see your wish come true. Don't be careful, don't be clever. When you see your wish pursue, it's a dangerous endeavor, but the only thing to do.
Though it's fearful, though it's deep, though it's dark, and you may lose the path where you may go. It's fearful, though it's deep, you must you may lose the path where you may go. Though it's deep, though it's dark, and you may lose the path where you may go. But you must remember, prosper, you can't just wish, but you get your wish. Go into the woods where nothing's clear, where witches, ghosts, and wolves appear. Into the woods and through the fear, you have to take the journey. Into the woods and down the dell, in vain perhaps, but who can tell? Into the woods to lift the spell.
Into the woods to lose the money.
Into the woods to have the child.
To wed the prince.
To get the money.
To save the house.
To kill the wolf.
To find the mother.
To conquer the kingdom.
To have, to wed, to get, to save, to kill, to keep, to go to the festival. Into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods and out of the woods.
To be continued.
And happy ever after.
Y entonces entra en escena la viuda del gigante reclamando a Jack, ya que Jack se había quedado con 5 monedas de oro del gigante. Finalmente todos los personajes se ayudan para matar a la viuda del gigante, pero en ese momento se preguntan si lo que van a hacer es moralmente correcto, ya que se trata de un cuento para niños, y los niños lo escucharán.
The slotted spoon can catch the potato.
The greater the good, the harder the blow.
Every knot was one straight rope.
when going to hide, know how to get there.
And how to get back.
And eat first.
The higher the throne, the longer the fall. Agreed? Agreed.
Maybe I just wasn't meant to have children.
Don't say that. Of course you were meant to have children.
But how will I go about being a father with no one to mother my child?
Just calm the child.
Yes, calm the child.
Tell him the story of how it all happened. Be father and mother. You'll know what to do.
Alone.
Sometimes people leave you halfway through the road. Do not let it grieve you. No one leaves for good. You are not alone. No one is alone. Hold him to the light now. Let him see the glow. Things will be all right now. Tell him what you know.
Once upon a time, in a far-off kingdom, lived a young maiden, a sad young lad, and a childless baker with his wife.
Careful the things you say, children will listen. Careful the things you do, children will see. and learn. Children may not obey, but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to turn, to learn what to be. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. Careful the wish you make. Wishes are children. Careful the path they take. Wishes come true, not free. Careful the spell you cast, not just on children.
Sometimes the spell may last.
Cast what you can see and turn against you. Careful the tale you tell, that is the spell. Children will listen.
Though it's fearful, though it's deep, though it's dark, and though you may lose the path, though you may know it's woes, though it seems you can't just act the path you have to will. Listen, you can't just let you have to let. There are always wolves, there are always spells, there are always things for giants and loose. Into the woods you go again, you have to every now and then. Into the woods, no telling when, be ready for the journey. Into the woods, but not too fast, for what you wish you lose at last.
Into the woods, but mind the past.
Into the woods, but mind the future.
Into the woods, but not to stray.
Or tempt the wolf, or steal from the giant.
The way is dark, the light is dim, but now there's you, me, her, and him.
The chances look small,
The choices look grim,
But everything you learn there will help when you return there.
the light is getting dimmer.
I think I see a glimmer.